My people, my Biafran people, na how una day. This one na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say may God bless Biafra, and may God bless Oyendo Mazenam Kano, His Excellency. And I say may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the one and only ESN, Mazi Ekpa, Simon Onjoko, for the great job you're doing, Simon. Simon, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we love you. We know in your hands, Biafra is coming. In your hands, Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My people, today is a day of reckoning. My people, the final hour has come. The die has been cast. That thing that they were hiding in private, it has come out in the public. When we told you the great job our men were doing on ground, the Zoo military and the Zoo media, they chose to hide it from the public. NTA News, they chose to hide the information that their so-called armed forces, the chiefs, the head of the armed forces of that zoo, the NTA News, the so-called local station, the local television station of that zoo called Nigeria, they have been hiding the information because they were told, they were mandated, the media in Nigeria were mandated not to report the havoc that their so-called military might were facing in the hands of the people of Biafra. But today, we thank God that we have two platform medias that released a snippet of what has been said by the so-called military men and how they are accusing our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. My people, today I am very, very angry. But at the same time, I am glad. Because we told you that the final battle has come. This is the last hour. We are in the 11th hour to achieve Biafra. So today I am calling out on the Nigerian military to say, do your worst. We are ready to die and protect our land called Biafra. Today's title is Biafra versus Nigeria. Our last battle to freedom. You've heard our dragon, Mazi Simon Ekpa, all across for the past 2 years. You see the job he's been doing. For ordinary 2 years, just 2 years, Simon Ekpa has been focused. He has remained resolute. And we are seeing the results of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I want us to listen to this video, first of all, before I come back and drop the water on the Zoo military. Listen to what the so-called media, they are allowed to say. They want to give a dog a bad name just to hang it. They want to accuse Simon Ekpa wrongly just to destroy or tarnish his image. But I want to tell them that they've lost. They have lost the battle, my people. Listen to this video, then I'll come back for analysis. Listen.
Officers are here following the directive of the Green Chambers. Wide range of issues affecting the country were raised by the security chiefs. Chief of Defense Staff set the ball rolling by accusing the self-acclaimed Biafra agitator, Simon Ekpa, of sabotaging security agents in the southeast. General Christopher Musa accuses Ekpa of sabotaging security agents in the southeast. General Musa disclosed this when he led other service chiefs and Inspector General of Police to appear before the House of Representatives at the commencement of the sectoral debate.
One basic area we're looking at is this issue of the Southeast. Simon Ekpa. So this individual has become a menace to this country. Order. Simon Ekpa has become a menace to this country. So the country must act on it diplomatically. Finland is having a free way, encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, he's affecting what is happening in Nigeria. We should never allow that, sir. So I think that our foreign service need to step in to address such issues. It's either we invite the ambassador or somebody, they they must explain why they are protecting him. And he's doing us more harm because by his utterances, a lot of people are being killed. We cannot sit back and just keep quiet.
The general also chides the judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects after being arrested by the military.
Boom! They say sometimes from the abundance of the mouth, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. In one hand, he was accusing Simon Ekpa with some frivolous charges. On the second hand, he is accusing the so-called Zoo government for releasing Boko Haram after they've been arrested. My fellow Biafrans, some people around the world, that is the problem in Nigeria. This is why the Biafrans, we are saying we are done with that so-called Nigeria, because there is no way we can live in a country, in a so-called contraption created by Britain, where hardcore terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists that are killing us, they come to our land to kill us. But when they capture them, when the Zoo military, the Christian military, the Christians in the military, when they capture Boko Haram, the Muslims in the military, they will now go and release them. This is what this man is saying here, but he is scared to call a spade a spade. Those who are capturing the so-called Boko Haram are the so-called Christian military. When they go out in the field, when they are on tour, they are going round. They capture the Boko Haram headsmen, the Christians. When they go out, these boys from Delta, from Edo, from the land of the southeast, when they go out there, because they send most of us down there, when they send them down there, those from the southeast and in the middle belt, when they send them down there to the landmark where Boko Haram they are staying, when they capture the Boko Haram, then bring them to custody because they've been told not to kill them. They bring them to custody. Then suddenly, the prison guards, the Fulani military, the Islamic military, they go in the night to release the Boko Haram fighters, the Boko Haram headsmen, the Boko Haram killer headsmen. They go in the night to release them. Not only that, they then show them where these Christian military men, they are staying, their base, and next thing you will see, they will come there in their carnage with their guns, with their bombs, with their rockets, and they will decimate them. They will kill the Christian military, which is why we have told the Christian militaries, those from the southeast, those from the middle belt, any Biafran person who is in the Nigerian military, we have told you to leave that military, because when you do your hard work to capture the Fulani killer headsmen, the Muslim military people in them, they will go and release them. I'm not the one saying it. We had this intel from day one. So this chief of defense man tried his best to paint it in a nice way. He wanted to say, oh, you guys, you are responsible. When we capture them, you release them. Listen to what he said again. Listen. Just listen. Listen.
Foreign service need to step in to address such issues. It's either we invite the ambassador or somebody. They must explain why they are protecting him. And he's doing us more harm because by his utterances, a lot of people are being killed. We cannot sit back and just keep quiet.
The general also chides the judiciary for releasing Boko.
Now listen, he's charging the so-called judiciary, but we know what is happening. Listen to what he will say now. Listen.
Haram suspects after being arrested by the military.
One more time.
The judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects.
He's blaming the judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects. He is blaming the judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects. This on a higher plateau now. Not just the prison guards in prison releasing them, but those in the judiciary, the Fulani cabal men in the judiciary, those you call your judges. We told you they have a Sharia court in the north. We have not discussed our so-called core values. We the Biafrans, we are Christians, we don't believe in Sharia, but in the north they have the Sharia. They believe in the Sharia. They have their Sharia court, and in their Sharia court, when they catch a so-called Fulani killer headsman, headsmen, the Sharia judge will say, you are fighting for Allah, you are fighting the infidel. That way, release him. But in this case now, he's saying the judiciary. He doesn't want to call a spade a spade. It is not the judiciary, it is the so-called, oh my God, have mercy. Hey, people are not listening to me. There is Sharia in that zoo called Nigeria. Obasanjo in 1999, he gave them the go-ahead to carry out a Sharia system. We now have a Sharia system in that zoo called Nigeria. It was not agreed during the formation of that zoo called Nigeria. No stakeholders were informed. Only a particular group, the hardcore northern jihadists, they said they wanted Sharia in 1999 when Obasanjo was made president, because they gave Obasanjo that post as a president. They told him they wanted Sharia, and Obasanjo told them, well, I believe in 6 months' time, this Sharia thing will go away. The man you call a hard man, you call Obasanjo a hard man, but when he was pressed by the Fulani cabal, he said, just leave them alone. I will give them the Sharia. Within 6 months, the Sharia will die away. It will die a natural death. That was the thinking of Obasanjo. That was the myopic views of Obasanjo. But now they have a Sharia system, they have a Sharia police, they have a Sharia government, and they have a Sharia court. They have a Sharia judiciary, because the Sharia judges in the north, when we the Christian soldiers, we captured the so-called Fulani killer headsmen, the Boko Haram fighters. When we capture them in battle, we take them to prison, we lock them up. The Sharia judge will now go and free them, because they will claim the Boko Haram fighters, they are fighting the infidels. And you know the story in the Bible. They believe if you're not a Christian, you're an infidel. I rest my case. So in this case now, this so-called chief of defense or whatever his name is, he is trying to be clever. He was trying to paint it in a nice way, because he's speaking, in the House of Reps or whatever. So he's trying to paint the picture in a nice way to say the judiciary, they release the Boko Haram fighters when we have captured them. I want you now to open your mind, open your ears, and open your eyes. Listen and go in depth and get the meaning of what this man is saying. Eat the meat and spit out the bone. You have to go in depth. You must be critical in this next line that this man is saying. See it for what it is, not what he's saying. You must see what this man is saying critically. Now listen. Let's go back a little bit more. Just listen. Listen.
So I think our foreign service need to step in to address such issues. It's either we invite the ambassador or somebody. They must explain why they are protecting him, and he's doing us more harm, because by his utterances, a lot of people are being killed. We cannot sit back and just keep quiet.
The general also chides the judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects after being arrested by the military.
You see? He also accused the judiciary for releasing Boko Haram suspects after being arrested by the military. Can you imagine? This is what they call oxymoron. You love me and you hate me. Oxymoron. Simon Ekpa is the problem. The judiciary is the problem. Oxymoron. You blame Biafra and you blame the Nigerian system. Oxymoron. That's what I'm saying, my people. We must learn the language of the Fulani cabal. You must learn to decode what he's saying. Let's take it back a bit. I will go back to the one of Simon Ekpa and address that one. I wanted to catch this man because from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Something that has been bothering this man for a long time. He has been hiding it. That they capture Boko Haram killers. People who are terrorists, they catch them. When they lock them up, suddenly they are being released by the judiciary. But the mistake this man is making, or he is being clever, because if he becomes more specific, by saying the Sharia judges in the judiciary, because in the north we know they have a Sharia system. It is the Sharia so-called judges that release the Boko Haram because they see them as their warriors. Sheikh Gumi called them their freedom fighters. They call Boko Haram their freedom fighters. Hello. So when this man is crying here that, oh, the judiciary, they are releasing Boko Haram, he is being clever, he's playing it safe. He's playing it safe. He knows the core problem. He knows what Simon Ekpa is doing and Biafra is doing is not bad, because we have seen the handwriting on the wall. If your judiciary is releasing Boko Haram, sending them to the southeast to come and kill us, giving them the uniform of the Nigerian military to put on and come to the land of Biafra to kill us, if they are doing that, then we need to have nothing to do with Nigeria. We are out. That's what we were saying, because we told you last week I discussed core values. My core value is different from your core values. I am a Christian. I am a man of God. I believe I have the right to social life. I can drink my alcohol. I can go to disco. I can date a girl. I can take a girl out for dinner, even if she's not my wife. I can take her to the hotel, even if she's not my wife. I don't need to make my girl to cover her body. She has the freedom. She has the right to dress the way she wishes to dress. Our core value is different. I don't need to believe in your Allah in order to go to heaven. I don't need to live your way of life in order to go to heaven. My way of life is different. My perspective to life is different. Even my culture, my food, the way we dress, the way we see life, the way we dress others, the way we perceive life, the way we see nature, it is different. I have nothing in common with the Fulani Cabal. And now they are so-called Boko Haram headsmen, they are Fulani killer headsmen. They are coming to our land to kill us. When they capture them, when the Zoo military catch them, when the Christians in the Zoo military, they catch the Fulani Cabals, they catch the Boko Haram, the Sharia judges, they release them. They go to court and the Sharia judges, they release them. They say they are fighting the good fight. They are fighting the infidel. They are trying to convert the infidel. Because of that, they must release the Boko Haram. So what this man is saying here, I allowed him to talk. Oh, Simon Ekpa is this. He is causing a problem in Southeast. I left him on that one because that one is called obiter dictum. Oyibo. It is called obiter dictum. Those who are lawyers, you know, obiter dictum means out of point. When in the court, a lawyer is talking out of point. He's beating about the bush just to reach a point. He wants to make a core point, but he is beating about the bush. He is explaining things. He now got to the main point. The judge will only look at the main point and he will regard the other things he said as out of point. Obiter dictum. My people, we are well read and vast. We the Biafrans, we are the best in anything we do. When we go into business, we are the best. When we go to school, we are the best. When we do anything in life, we are the best. That is why we should have nothing to do with that zoo called Nigeria. We should have nothing to do with that zoo called Nigeria. My people, now, listen. Now, my people, I am taking you to TVC News. TVC News channel. The channel owned by the zoo president, Tinubu. Because NTA News, they are cowards. They could not speak about this. They were hiding the information. They could not show what the military men were saying. So I had to go deep into the different channels to get some snippets of what they are saying, to get some few information, just to show you guys what is happening in that zoo called Nigeria. That their so-called local station, they are scared. They've been mandated not to speak anything about the good job that Biafrans are doing, about the good job of Simon Ekpa, about the good job of the Biafra Republic government in exile, about the good job the ESN, the BLA, and the rest of them they are doing, my people. Today's title is Biafra versus Nigeria, our last battle to freedom. For this one, I go allow and play. Make it play for 6 minutes. Make una just listen. Listen for 6 minutes. Then I will come back to give the final analysis. These were the informations we could not get from NTA, which is why I told you, those in Nigeria, don't blame them because they are blind to the truth. Most of them in Nigeria, they don't have access to internet. Internet is expensive to get data. In fact, they are still fighting for data. They are fighting and trying to buy data. Data is expensive in that zoo called Nigeria. Something as simple as that is still a luxury in Nigeria. Very, very sad, because here in the Western world, Obodo Yibo, I don't even think about data because I have a direct debit leaving my account to have 24 hours access, unlimited access to data. This is what we are enjoying in the Western world. So NTA News is the only channel our people could listen to through their television, because with television you don't need the data. You can watch NTA, but for them to get what we are doing on YouTube, they need data. For them to get some online stations that speak truth to power, they need data. They don't have data. Data is expensive. Internet data is expensive in that zoo. And please, my Prime Minister, when Biafra comes, one of the number one priorities is to make sure our people have access to internet, because the world, as you know, is now a global village. We are living in a global village. Somebody can be in Japan to buy a television from China. Somebody in China can buy a laptop from America. Somebody from Japan can buy something from the land of Biafra, and so on and so forth. We are now a global village. I can sit in my house and watch the news happening in America. That's how things are now. But unfortunately, those in the land of that zoo called Nigeria, they are still battling with data. Internet data is still expensive, my people, and it's very, very sad. In the 21st century, we are living in the 21st century where I don't even know how much I pay for my data, because I don't even look at the data. I'm watching movies on 4K on my data. I am watching football on 4K, on 12K on my data. And I don't feel it. But when you are in that zoo, ordinary to watch a YouTube video for 30 minutes, you are in trouble. So what they do now is they don't even watch the video. They open the video, they press pause, and they make a comment based on the title of the video. Very, very sad that our people now, they can only look at a title of the video and they will now communicate and write a comment, send the comment, and they come up that video because they don't have data to watch those videos. Very, very sad in the 21st century. Very, very sad. All those will change when Biafra comes, because this is why I am fighting Nigeria. I am fighting Nigeria to liberate my people from this backwardness. That's it. We are fighting to change things. We want something new in the land of Biafra. So we are fighting to break away from this chain of poverty, slavery, and backwardness. In the 21st century, Nigerian zoo is still fighting for light. Ordinary light. Ordinary light. To have light 24 hours, they cannot have it. Very, very sad. My father told me that the day there is light for 48 hours in Nigeria, that will be the day Nigeria will become a real nation. And since I was born, and when I left that zoo, I never saw light for ordinary 24 hours, for the whole day. My friends in the Western world don't understand when I tell them I have not seen light for 24 hours in Nigeria. For just one day, since I was born and I left Nigeria, I did not see a 24 hours of non-interruption of electricity. They don't understand it. They tell me, how is that possible? You have fridge. The food in your fridge will get spoiled. You have electronic system, CCTV, that needs 24 access, 24 hours of non-interruption of power. You have the railroad. You have the sat-nav. You have vending machine that need 24 access, 24 hours. You have the electronic gated systems. The gate, as you enter your house, your gate, they open automatically. If you are in Nigeria, how can I enter my house when there is NEPA problem? But for Obodo Yibo, as I'm getting close to my house, my car has a sensor that will tell the gate to open itself. I don't need the gate man to open my doors or my gates. Oyibo are very, very smart. They put a sensor on your car connected to the sensor of your gate. As you are getting close to your gate, the gate will open itself automatically. It's not expensive. If you can have light, you solve all the problems. If you can have electricity, all those things are just software. That's my field. It's ordinary software to command a system in a throttle and say, when this sensor gets to 20 meters or 10 feet, gate open. It's a simple stuff, but there is no light in that zoo. Never go take light for 2 weeks. How will you enter your house if your gate can only function based on electricity? My people, my Biafran people, and those around the whole world, that is what we are fighting from. That is what we are fighting against. We are tired of living in the stone old age. I be what they call it, the stone age. We have gone beyond that stage. Nigeria has set us back. We in the Western world, our eyes are open. If you are in Nigeria, you will only get the news from their local stations. And the local stations, they sell out propaganda. They will not tell you what is happening in that zoo called Nigeria. So please sit back and relax. I got these views, this video you're about to watch, from the so-called TV station of the president of that zoo called Nigeria. I want to sit back and relax and watch you all see how I broke this thing down. Let's go. Listen, I will take you on this journey. Listen, let's go. Let's go. Listen.
Representatives Abbas Tajuddin, service chiefs led by the Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa, with the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, arrived the chamber to brief legislators on their activities. The Speaker says the sectoral debate becomes necessary to enhance the nation's security.
Over the last few years, we have made significant progress in tackling insecurity through improved investment by the federal government.
The chiefs take turn to intimate lawmakers of their activity.
Significant progress in tackling insecurity through improved investment by the federal government and the gallantry.
The security chiefs take turn to intimate lawmakers of their activities while they seek parliament support in.
Now, please, this is where the NTA News, the local TV station of that zoo called Nigeria, they chose to cut off whatever you will hear from now. They only showed introduction of this chief, so-called army chiefs coming in to the House of Rep of that zoo. Whatever you will see from now going forward, nobody in Nigeria have seen it, because they only have access to NTA News, Nigerian Television Authority. That is the local station of Nigeria. And you know the propaganda of the zoo. What they did was, the moment these men are about to come out to lament and cry of the hardship they are going through, the local TV station or the national TV station chose to cut their broadcast short. That way, they are controlling the minds of the people in that zoo called Nigeria. So our job as Biafrans, those in the media, is to let you all know what is actually happening, to hear from the horse's mouth of how they are faring in the field, and to also give testimony of the good job our Prime Minister is doing in the Biafra Republic government in exile. Forget whatever they say. They are talking about sabotage. That is on them. They must present the story according to themselves. Whatever he's saying it based on their own self-interest. So listen now to what 99% of Nigerians have not heard because they don't have access to this information. Let us go. Listen.
Always possible. They say insurgency is on the decline in the aftermath of counter-forces action, just as no Nigerian territories under the control of terrorists. Nigeria, they say, is now a pirate-free country, but insists budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Listen to him now. He will say the activities of a self-acclaimed oh my God, it's just a shame. It's a shame that what this for, they still call him self-acclaimed when they know we the Biafrans, we have chosen, elected Simon Ekpa as our prime minister. We even had a convention in Finland where we had a charter and we all voted. This is the problem. This is the dangerous diversity in Nigeria because they are not truthful. They know they are fighting a war, but they are putting the people to sleep. They still call Simon Ekpa self-acclaimed or whatever, separationist or whatever they call him. It is sad. They won't call him for his real name as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. We are being respectful when we said Biafra Republic government in exile. We put the word exile there because we want to paint the picture the way it is. He's our Prime Minister in the Biafra Republic government in exile, but they pretend like they don't even know about it. They pretend like they don't even know about the votings, the elections, those in our cabinet. They keep a blind eyes, which is why the NTA News, they refuse to show this part of the broadcast. Hey, my people, let me take it back a little bit more. Just listen. I'll allow you to flow. I'll allow you to flow. Let it flow. Listen, just listen. Listen. Listen, please.
Pirate-free country, but insists budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a free way, encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, is affecting what is happening in Nigeria. Our strategy as an army is the deployment of forces in each of the 6 geopolitical zones to conduct operations to combat the security threats.
There is no navy that can function without adequate resources. We are doing our best within the available resources, but we continue to seek your intervention and your support.
Estimative intelligence demanded greater unity of ongoing kinetic efforts towards containing the activities of the separatist groups.
The manpower in the police today is grossly inadequate. Even the criminals know that.
Inadequate funding, lack of requisite training, shortage of manpower, logistics and accommodation are some of the challenges they identified. They say insurgency is on the decline in the aftermath of counter-forces action, just as no Nigerian territories under the control of terrorists. Nigeria, they say, is now a pirate-free country, but insists budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a free way, encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, is affecting what is happening in Nigeria. Our strategy as an army is the deployment of forces in each of the 6 geopolitical zones to conduct operations to combat the security threats.
There is no navy that can function without adequate resources. We are doing our best within the available resources, but we continue to seek your intervention and your support.
Boom! The Navy too, they're crying. Respect to our men in Bakassi area there, the peninsula. Respect to the alliance we are having in Ambazonia. Respect to Dr. Cho for the great alignment we have with him. Oh my God, have mercy. I'm so happy that for the first time, we are seeing people coming together. The alliance is there. We are together. We are speaking under one accord. We are doing the job. We are doing the needful. For the first time, they all came out and they are crying. They are lamenting. They are making a public speech, a public declaration of what is happening in that zoo, of what their men on ground are facing. Hey, my God, have mercy. This is what the military, the armed forces of that zoo called Nigeria, they are facing on the field. When they go to meet our men, man for man, blow for blow, bullet for bullet, gun for gun, an eye for an eye, an arm for an arm, life for life, tooth for tooth, tat for tat. This is what they are coming back to say. And sadly, the zoo media, NTA News, will not televise this. So our people in that zoo don't know what is happening. They don't know there is a war going on. And we are about to fight the final war. The final battle is at hand. I will leave it to keep on playing. I need you all to listen. Allow this to sink into your mind. Fall back, relax. Allow this to sink into your mind so you understand what they are saying. The media has been told not to release it for so long. But now, suddenly, they are coming out by themselves to release it. Under Buhari, that fool, that idiot, that stinking dirty old man, he mandated that nobody should release it in the media of the mayhem their military were going through. It was a decree that no media should report the mayhem they were going through. But at least in the case of Tinubu, these men now have the chance to come out and speak to the House of Rep, to let them know what they are facing in the field. When you are a frontliner, those on the front line, they are tired. They are sick and tired of dying without no support. So they said, please, go out there and tell them our problem. When we are fighting Boko Haram, they are killing us. The ones we catch and capture, we take them to prison as they told us not to kill them. Take them to custody. We put them to custody. The Sharia judge will come and release them. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And the worst part of it is our Biafran brothers are the ones they are sending to the north. Those who claim to be military in Nigeria, we have told you to resign, run away from that place, come back to the land of Biafra and take succor. We shall protect you. Leave that place you are now in the north. In fact, throw away your military clothes, come and join us in the land of Biafra and we shall protect you. Because when you risk your life, go out there in the bushes, in the thick forests, you don't even know the terrain very well, because the Boko Haram, they know the terrain very, very well than you. You know the terrain of Biafra because you're a Biafran man who is in the Nigerian military. But when you eventually capture some Boko Haram men, when they take them to custody, they go, oh my God, have mercy. Hey! What kind of life is this one? Say, they ask you to go and fight. When you are fighting, those that you capture, you take them to custody. You take them to be tried the normal way. In a tribunal, a military tribunal, as they are asking them questions, say, why have you come to kill us? When they are asking them questions, the judge is a Sharia judge. He will now say, these people, they are fighting for jihad. They are fighting the good fight. They are fighting for Allah. They are fighting to convert Nigeria to an Islamic state. They are doing the job of Usman Dan Fodio. They are carrying out the assignment of Usman Dan Fodio. They are carrying out the legacy of Usman Dan Fodio. The dream of the Fulani Cabal is to make sure the whole of Nigeria turns into an Islamic country. So when they see the Boko Haram being captured, they say, oh, you have captured our freedom fighter. You have captured a comrade. You have captured people that we love, because they are doing the job indirectly. They are doing the job of Usman Dan Fodio. You need to know your history. When these people are coming here, there is a reason why they are coming here. They have gone through history. They have seen the reason why Usman Danfodio told them, they promised them Nigeria will be turned into an Islamic country. They promised to dip the Quran in the river Niger. That's to show you how far they've gone. Because it's only in Nigeria where you capture an enemy coming to kill you, and they take them to court. They judge because he is practicing a Sharia. He is a Muslim in the north. He will now release them. But when they kill you, they kill your men. When the Boko Haram capture you, they don't take you to court. They kill you on the spot. They send you to judgment. But you, when you capture them, because they've told you not to kill them, when you capture them and take them to court, the Sharia judge release them. Hey, wow. This, my God, what kind of thing is this? I'm still baffled that our people are still in that military. It baffles me. Let's continue. Just continue. Listen.
But estimative intelligence demanded greater unity of ongoing kinetic efforts towards containing the activities of the separatist groups.
The manpower in the police today is grossly inadequate. Even the criminals know that.
Inadequate funding, lack of requisite training, shortage of manpower, logistics and accommodation are some of the challenges they identified. Thus, is now a pirate-free country, but insists budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Master Simon Ekpa. They called him the activities of a self-acclaimed freedom fighter, or whatever they said. My prime minister. When we told them what they don't know is bigger than them. That was chapter 1. They didn't understand that. What they don't know is bigger than them. Simon Ekpa was destined to do this job. And he's doing the job for his people. This same zoo government, they killed 7 million Biafrans. Less than 1 million were soldiers, Biafran soldiers. Less than 1 million. The rest were just artisans. They were going into land. They were killing women, children, young boys and men. Anybody they see, they gun them down. If you're a woman, they will rape you and they kill you. That was how even the children were not spared. You saw the starvation, the food blockade in the land of Biafra. Food were not coming in. Medication were not coming in. They blockaded the whole That's what we are dealing with. When they did that, it was okay. When they killed 7 million of us, it was okay. They even boasted, no victor, no vanquish. But till this day, the hatred for the Biafrans is still there. The only reason why they want us to be one country is because of the oil in the land of Biafra. And despite that, you see what is happening in Lagos. Those of you in Lagos doing business, I have a video coming for you all. I have a message coming for you all. Those of you still doing business in Lagos, I have a very good video coming for you all. Because you cannot be relaxing with your 2 eyes closed in a foreign land. Even we in the Western world, we know that Obodo Yibo, even though some of us, we are citizens, we know our home is still Biafra. We are in the best place where we are enjoying milk and honey in Obodo Yibo, but we are still fighting for a freedom in Biafra land. That's to show you how you should be thinking. But you people in Lagos, because you are doing business in Lagos, you are building Lagos, you are helping to improve the economy of Lagos, and they are treating you like slaves, and you are yet to go back to your land to do business. I don't understand this one. Say, those who claim to be in Lagos doing business, the Biafrans doing business, they are showing you that they don't want you there. You are still fighting to be in Lagos. When you know, let's call a spade a spade, that location, Lagos, is for the Oduduwas. The landmark is where the Oduduwas are. It was the white man that said Lagos is a no man's land, the white man when they came. But we know Biafra land is nothing close to Lagos. Give Lagos to the Yorubas and take your business back home. If you know economics, if you know a thing about economics, demand and supply counts. When there is a demand and you have the supply, people will come to you. Go back to your land and do your business in the land of Biafra. You have no business competing with Lagosians. Who are you? I'm here to call a spade a spade. How will I feel if I am in the land of Biafra and some Yorubas, they come to live there now, they want to now choose somebody to be our leader or governor. It doesn't make sense because you think you're one Nigeria. You don't see what you did in Lagos as a problem. I bite my tongue for no one. I am not here to kiss ass. I am not a yes man. I will call a spade a spade. You have no business doing the election you did in Lagos because you think you're one Nigeria. You want to go and put your own candidates in Lagos State. When you know, say, Biafra, we are Biafrans. If we are fighting for Biafrans since 2012 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out with this movement, we are about to actualize Biafra. And you Igbos, you are in Lagos trying to impose a governor in Lagos State. Think I'm now, because you don't know how far we have gone in this movement. Simon Ekpa said there will be no election in the land of Biafra. Then you Igbos, you in Lagos, you want to go and impose your own person. That's not how it's done. No matter whatever, that's not how it's done, because I will never be happy for Yoruba or Hausa to come to the land of Biafra and because they are rich or they have more number, they want to impose their own candidate to be a governor. It's not nice. It's only possible or viable when you are one Nigeria. If we were really one Nigeria, then your actions was fine. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can gather your vote under one block. Ask for what you need from them, from a candidate, and then say, we have this vote. We have 2 million votes. If you can give us good road and this, we shall vote for you. That is if you were really practicing one Nigeria. But the last time I checked, the only people, the only tribe, the only nation within that so-called Nigeria practicing one Nigeria are the Biafrans, because you have gone across the whole Nigeria doing business. You've gone to Sokoto, you've gone to Kano, you've gone to Kaduna, you've gone to Bauchi, you've gone to Yola, you've gone to Niger, to Ogun, Oyo, Lagos, Ibadan. Everywhere in that zoo, you find a Biafran man there doing business because you believed in one Nigeria. You believed Gowon, that fool, when he said, no victor, no vanquish. You believed him. Because that's who we are. We have a pure heart. When they said something that they believe in one Nigeria, we believe them. Even Gowon, he coined his name as an acronym. Gowon, Gowon. Gowon means go on with one nation. As a child, I learned that in primary school. Even from my nursery school, they were teaching us, what is go on? Go on with one nation. This was the indoctrination they gave us. And the Biafrans, somehow we believed them. At this point, I want to make a challenge to all the Igbos or the Biafrans in Lagos doing business. At this point, I want to make a challenge to anybody who is telling us that what we are doing is wrong. I want to make a challenge to you today. If you can give me 5 names of Yorubas or Hausas who are in the land of Biafra doing business, and they are building houses. They are building shopping malls in the land of Biafra. I need just 5 names. Give me 5 names. And I vow to you, I will let go this my movement and believe in your so-called one Nigeria. Just 5 names. I'm not saying 50 names, so I'm not saying 100 names. I am bringing it down to single units. I'm saying just 5 names. Give me 5 names of Yorubas and Hausa who are in the land of Biafra, who have built houses, who have built structures, who are doing business, who are employing people, who are building schools, who are doing import and export in Biafra land. Just 5 names I need. And I give you my word, I will let go this movement and believe in your one Nigeria. I know why I'm saying this. Ordinary 5 names you cannot find. Give me 5 names, just 5 names. That's to show you how stupid our people are. To that lady who did a video about the breaking of houses, and she's insulting us for saying, oh, we tell them not to invest in Lagos. I am doing a video where I will respond to you. So much in my hands to do. But today I am challenging you all to give me just 5 names of Yorubas, Fulani or Hausa. Just 5 names. You can't. Just 5 names, my people. This is how stupid and myopic our people are. But the Biafrans, they are everywhere in Lagos doing business. You should understand that Lagos is not your land. Lagos belongs to the Yoruba nation. You are helping to build the empire, the economy of another nation. Come back home to your own land, my people. Give me just 5 names. You can't. Ordinary 5 names, you can't. Give me 5 names and I swear to you, I will believe in your one Nigeria. To the whole world, bear me witness. They claim we are one country. They claim we belong to one. Britain said they have made us one country. But the Biafrans, those in the eastern region, we are busy going around the whole country doing businesses, building schools, doing businesses, employing people, building economic structures, building economic strong houses, building a base to build the economy of those locations. But only 5 names from the Yoruba land cannot be found in the land of Biafra doing the same. Oh, just 5 names from the Hausa, you cannot find them in the land of Biafra doing the same. How can that be one nation? How can that be one country? My people. So for those attacking Simon and sabotaging their interests, my Prime Minister, I say kudos to you. Simon, you were born for this job. When Nnamdi Kanu was crying in the private, where he was begging God for 100 men, my people, our eternal leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he was crying, he was praying, and he was in tears, begging God for 100 men to help him out. Because those around him, they have sold him. Those around him, they have betrayed him. Those around him, they have reduced his efforts since 2012. They were jeopardizing his movement. So he knelt on the floor. He knelt to the ground and he cried. He called upon the name of God. He begged the God of Biafra to give him 100 men. He said it. He was tired of talking. He wanted to fight a good fight. And he was begging for 100 men. Even though those around him, the so-called DOS, they are more than 2,000. Even those around him, the so-called Biafrans who love him, they are more than 10,000. He was still crying for 100 men. Just 100 men he was crying for. But the people did not understand. They were laughing at him. Even the zoo, they say, what will 100 men do? Wallahi talai, what will 100 men do? But suddenly, here came the man called Simon Ekpa, who told him, And Nnamdi Kanu, if you need 100 men, I will make your job easier. Because in me, I am 15-1. And these people still don't understand. Because he said 100 men. You don't understand the spirit in us. The 70 million you have killed, they are in us. They are the ones fighting the good fight. Because we Biafrans, we don't die, we multiply. We are children of the sun. As long as the sun shineth, as long as there's a sunrise, we the Biafrans shall continue to rise. My people, lend me your ears. Just like in your Bible when that angel said, my name is Legion because we are many. They asked him, what is your name? The angel or whatever said, or the demon said, my name is Legion because we are many. In him, he was many inside. You are seeing one person, but he is many. So his name is Legion because we are many. So this warfare you are seeing, I am happy the so-called army chiefs and staffs, the armed forces, they have come out in the public to cry. Let them cry for more arms, more ammunitions, but they are wasting themselves because the fight they are fighting is a spiritual fight. They are wasting their time. The fight they are fighting is a spiritual fight. It's a fight against the children of God. And we are saying enough is enough. So in closing, my dragon, I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. I want to praise the God in heaven for the day you were born, Simon. You are a man that we love. We, the 70 million Biafrans, let them call you self-acclaimed, self-proclaimed freedom fighter, self-acclaimed separatist. Let them call you whatever they want to call you. Even Jesus Christ told his disciple, people, what do people call me? They said, oh, master, they call you a magician. They call you a prophet. They called you, different names. And he now told the disciples, whom do you say I am? You see? So forget the naysayers. Let them call you what they want to call you. That is the propaganda they are doing. We the Biafrans, we the 70 million Biafrans, we are saying we know you as our prime minister. You are the one representing us. You are the prime minister of the Biafra Republic, government in exile. And until those guys are ready to smell the coffee and address you for who you are, they are wasting their time. Until the zoo government, they are ready to address you the way you are, the position you hold. Until they are ready to be man enough to develop some balls, some fortitude, to grow something under and say, Mr. Prime Minister, can you come? Let us discuss. How do you want this Biafra? Let us negotiate. Until they do that, they are wasting their time, Simon. They are wasting their time. We know who you are. We know you. Like you said, Simon, what we are doing is spiritual. We thank you. We appreciate it, Simon. And we say kudos to you. We sent you on this assignment. We, the Biafrans, the 70 million Biafrans, we sent you on this mandate. You were delegated by us to represent us. And you are doing a good job. So from me, from here, for now, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain Biafra Superstars Media. And as I say, Biafra versus Nigeria, our last battle to freedom is near. The time has come. The time is nigh. It is come. It has come to us. And we must continue to pray to the God of Biafra to guide our Prime Minister, to make sure whatever he does will be guided by the gods in heaven. I love you all. God bless you. I'll be back. Bye-bye.
The month of November, woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto to the enemies of Biafra. When we land on you, We will destroy everything you have except you are genuinely fighting for Biafra. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto woto to those who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu either directly or indirectly. Woto woto to those who have joined their hand after thought to betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Woto woto to those who have soiled their hands in the blood of innocent Biafrans and innocent ESN commanders. You will never know peace. Woto woto to you who say Biafra will not come. Woto woto to those who say if Biafra, instead of Biafra to come, they will rather die. Woto woto to all of you. The gods of our land have destroyed you. You will never rise again. You will never, ever, ever rise again. You will never rise again. Any native doctor that tries to make you rise, his power and everything he have in this life will be destroyed, completely destroyed.